EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket.
All right, Coach, we have a perfect day for football. The roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside. But no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 49. I got one. 12, fellas, here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You go tight. 13. Hey, gun.
This is Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Like 80!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up those beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Calais Campbell on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Four down. Tight dog. Check four.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
6-6, bullet high, 5.
To set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Mike one. Let's put him on the buses. Hey, team 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell. They were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21. 2.
Garoppolo. And going deep for Hill. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
11.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Watch one. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Gurley, line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
21.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Let's get in there now. 49 the mic. 49 the mic. Right here. 49, got it.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he'll find Hall. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They set the... behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter.
At the 36-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Protein spill.
2nd and 9 now. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Hey, Haywood. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. I'm coming. General West. There.
They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check three.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Hopkins with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
12. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
13. Go ahead.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Here we go. Like 80. 21. Check 24.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
8-3. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, wahoo! Go.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go. Like 20. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.